is the spot where there was a bus stop when I was a boy. I used to catch the bus here every day to school. And I used to go to school with Ross Anderson. He was always cleverer than me, so I had to stretch myself to keep up with him. Good guy to have around. He was very different to me. He was much more serious, much more intelligent and intellectual. But I was more emotional, you know, and still am. But just two things stick in my memory. One was one morning he said, "Have you heard about the accident?" And Donald Hickman had driven a car on the way to the meeting in Bradford and hit a station car, and his wife had died. Oh, the other time was Aberdeen. He'd heard about the time when Jim Taylor was in bed with a nude wife of another man who was in the house at Aberdeen and had been fondling women in the house and been incoherent. He said, "Have you heard?" I said, "What?" He said, "Aberdeen." "No." Oh. And he was clearly feeling very compromised. I don't know how old he was, I suppose 15. But the devastation of Aberdeen, it really did rock the whole Brethren community, because the true Brethren couldn't reconcile that God's representative, the man of God, could do that. But the whole matter had to come up in all assemblies across the world, and you had to declare your loyalty to Jim Taylor despite that. There was no option between Jim Taylor and Christ. He was the man of God. He was pure. He was right. He did it deliberately, apparently, as an ambush to catch us out. So if you thought there was anything wrong in it, you were against him. So the Lord was clearing out the rubbish. That's what we were told. He was clearing out the rubbish. So anyone that doubted that that was right for the man of God to have a nude wife in bed with him was impure. So that's a real twister, isn't it, for anyone, any sensible person? And I've left the Brethren. I've realised that I had to really contort my brain. Maybe that's why they called me mental. But I had to contort my brain to understand some of these things, because I had to believe that these guys are the man of God, and yet we were even if we looked at a girl or certainly commented on anyone apart from your wife, we were in big trouble. I remember once Simonson walking down the aisle. It was kind of all slurry and all slurry, and I had that slightest doubt that he was genuine. So I had to confess this, because they have to confess your sins. So I went to Oliver Small. I said, "Mr. Small, I'm sorry, but I had the slightest doubt that Mr. Simonson might not be the man of God." And just thought, "Oh, that's very serious. You've got to really extract that right out of your heart. It's a very serious matter, Lance." And there are people who have been withdrawn from that. I went through, "Oh, sorry." You know, you're scared to confess your sins and confess your inner thoughts in that environment. It's really fearful. So just so people understand the pressure you're under to accept that whether it's Jim Taylor, Simonson or the Haleses, they are beyond any question. They're beyond any, you're not allowed to have any doubts at all that they are absolutely impeccable in every connection. In actual fact, Christ's representative. I am the way and the truth and the light. I'm afraid that the Brethren think that about those Hales as well as Christ, and I can't reconcile the two, to be perfectly honest.